Hi guys, so I thought it'd be time for a networking video because I don't think I've talked about this. So on the topic of networking, the most influential video to me of late is this one here about 10G. So I have been thinking hard about getting 10G. And my existing connection with UQ West in Singapore is 2 gigabit. It's pretty good, but sometimes I've had issues, and I think the issues are down to my own local equipment. I had this TP link that was auto-negotiating to 100 megabit instead of gigabit. And I have the Cisco that I want to replace, and sometimes there seems to be packet loss. But it could be a variety of things. But so what is the video is about is like how to diagnose your connection. There's a couple of ways to do it. One way is using something like Prometheus, which I actually don't recommend. I do maintain this sort of ping prom link in the description project where I do use Prometheus, but it's really difficult to, like, for example, in this probe success thing, it's very difficult to get sane metrics like packet loss. Not easy. I think there's ways of doing it with Grafana, but I've almost given up with Grafana, and I'm just basically using the default Prometheus Grapher, because Grafana I found very much a headache to work with. So Prometheus is one of those things like Kubernetes, you know what I mean? Like just way too complicated to set up and all that sort of stuff. So I thought I'd introduce you to this old school thing called Smokeping. Unfortunately, the packaging of Smokeping, I mean, I think this guy, he does try to fix some of the, you know what, the trouble with Arch is that it doesn't, unlike Debian, I don't think they go too much out the way to fix the default packaging given by upstream, but I think Smokeping's packaging is just, or rather the upstream config files are especially bad. So anyway, on the glorious Arch Linux wiki, I did upload my example config, and I told you how I set it up, and I even give a caddy configuration here. Thanks to the caddy community for helping me come up with this stuff. I couldn't have done it without you guys. But so that's how you get Smokeping running. And the cool thing about Smokeping, you know, at the box, you got sane metrics like, you know, standard deviation, max, median, and packet losses being my favorite. And the graph has a lot more detail than I think any Grafana guru can come up with. And the short and long of it, in this particular instance, is that I actually don't seem to have packet loss. There does seem a little bit of variability here, but it's, yeah. I'm running this on my Raspberry Pi over here. So, yeah, my internet connection is actually pretty good. So, yeah, well, it told me what I needed to know, right? So, yeah, I introduced you, there's a couple of ways of networking tools, Prometheus being pretty complex, Smokeping being pretty easy once you've got the right config in place. And have a look at that networking video. And if you do have any networking tips, please do share them. Yeah, I mean, life is all about getting a really stable, good connection, in my opinion. I know it sounds super lame, but this sort of stuff ticks my box. Bye guys, thanks for watching. Please give the video a like.